Hey YouTube, this is Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how my credit score went from 690 to 794 points. And the first thing, because I want to go right to it, the first thing I want to tell you is back in October 2017, I just basically wanted to know the status of my credit report. I hadn't looked at my credit report in a couple of years, and so I wanted to know, what was on it, what was being reported. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to obtain a copy of your credit report. Now, you can get a free credit report once a year, and the bottom line is you need to know what is on your credit report, so you'll know what needs to be added, what needs to be removed, etc. Now, I got my credit report online through the credit reporting agencies. Now, you can also go through Credit Karma. You can do Credit Check Total. You can also write to the credit reporting agencies, and I'll actually list those in the description section below. Now, the second thing I did was I realized that my score at that time when I got my report was around 690. Now, for me, that wasn't bad, but I wanted to know what I needed to do to increase my score. So, yes, you can use a 690 score to get a credit card, a mortgage, or even to rent an apartment. But I wanted that score to be above 700. So after pulling that report, I realized that I had a couple of errors that needed to be addressed. The first thing I noticed was my name was spelled wrong. They had all type of spellings for my name. They had my last name wrong. My name is hyphenated, so they had them reversed. It was a bunch of mess. Also, I noticed that they had my addresses wrong. They had addresses on my credit report where I have never lived. So those needed to be addressed. Now, at the time, there were no major late pays. The only account that was showing up on my credit report was my student loan. And I had that loan since 1995. Now, there was one late pay showing up on that account, and we'll discuss that later. The next thing I did was I needed to correct those things on my credit report. And when I did the address and my name, my account actually shot above 700. Now, once that was done, I waited a couple of months. That was back in, I believe, October of 2017. So March of 2018, I applied for a Chase Freedom Card with, I believe it was a $1,500 credit limit, and I got approved for that. I used that card for about 6 months, keeping the balance under $200. So back in, I believe it was September of 2018, they actually gave me a credit limit increase. And then they turned around and Chase sent me another offer for a Chase Sapphire card with a much higher limit, and I was also approved for that as well. I always keep my balances under $300 a month. I do pay the minimum. I do have the the ability to pay it off in full, but I'm trying to build a payment profile or payment history. Now, there's a couple of other things that actually were factors in increasing my credit score. The actual age of my credit file was over 15 years. Also, the balance of my student loan was decreasing, and the balance on my credit cards were also decreasing. And I do not spend more than 10% of my total available credit. Now, on the screen, I'm actually going to show you what my current scores are as of April 2019. Let's talk about that late pay on the student loan. That was only showing up on my Experian credit report, and it was showing late back in 2014. Of course, I know I wasn't late. So what I did was I disputed that online, and within 30 days, that late pay was actually removed, and my score actually went up from 700 to 794. And I believe I have a screenshot for that also. Now, I noticed that my score was not the same across all three agencies. One was showing 794, one was showing, I believe, 784, 785, something like that. And the other one was, I think it was TransUnion, was showing 744. And the reason for that is not all creditors report to all credit reporting agencies. So for example, one of my credit cards may not be reporting to TransUnion. That will affect your score. Now, here's where I'm at right now. I'm no longer focused on just the score, but the items I need to add to my credit report to actually balance it out. So that's a car loan, mortgage, and then you have a credit card. Now, or credit cards, you want at least 2 to 3 credit cards. Now, I'm looking to finance a car before June. Now, people talk a lot about disputing online, and some people, say don't do it. I understand why that might not be a good idea, depending on your current credit circumstance. Now, if you have a similar situation like me, then yes, you can dispute online. If your situation is a little bit more complex, I would recommend sending a dispute letter to both the collection agency as well as the credit bureaus. Now, this will probably need to be done several times, and you'll actually need to keep a paper trail because they tell you to send those dispute letters via certified mail. Now, you want to do that paper trail in the event that you need to sue if the laws are not followed. Now, you don't need to hire a company to increase your credit score. You simply have to learn the credit game. I personally do not consider myself to be any type of credit guru. I actually researched the information and I applied what I learned. And now I have an entire free credit building series I call Above 700. So in that credit series, I'm going to give you an idea of just some of the stuff that I discuss. The first thing is I teach you how to get information, how to get your credit profile, how to get your credit report. I also teach you if you have no credit, I'll show you how you can build your credit. And if you have less than perfect credit, I'll show you how you can increase your credit score. I also will teach you how to use a method to increase your credit score within a week. Very simple method, very simple. I'll also show you how to get negative items removed from your credit report legally. None of the stuff that I'm teaching is illegal. It does not make sense to do stuff, illegal, because eventually that stuff will be added back to your credit report. You need to learn the credit game, and this is a game. Trust and believe this is a game. I'll also share with you 2 resources that will help you get your credit on track if you don't have time to actually do the legwork yourself. And I do not receive any type of affiliate compensation from these 2 recommendations. These are just 2 individuals who have taught me what I know, and now I'm going to share that information with you. But if you don't have the time to do it, I'm going to share those 2 resources with you so you can get the process started. Now, I placed the link to the credit series below. Again, there's absolutely nothing to purchase. I just want to share this information with others to help you to increase your credit score. I believe that knowledge is power, and good credit will open so many doors for you. Folks, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next